Hi, this is Dana Martin here with Devin and Riley, Unschooled Teens, to answer viewers' questions from our last video series. One of the first questions we got was about, do the kids help out around the house? So I thought we'd discuss a little bit what it was like for Devin and Riley. Devin is almost 14 and Riley is 16. Yep. Mm-hmm. And so how would you guys explain to people that don't really understand a partnership paradigm? You guys don't have any assigned chores, so do you help out around the house?
I still help out around the house. I mean, it's not like it's your house; it's our house, and I should try to help keep it clean. I always keep my room really clean, but usually I help out around the house without being asked.
Yeah, I do too. I don't know how do I follow that? It drives me a little bit crazy when things aren't organized, so I'm constantly organizing things that aren't even mine. And we're not asked to do any chores, yet we do them anyway. Mm-hmm. Like, dishes are usually done, and if they're not, someone will do them. It's not a big worry if they're not. Like, yeah. If you're busy with something, it's not a big deal. So, but things get done, and our house is really clean, so in a relaxed way.
Yeah, I think it's really important for the parent to set the tone of how you approach house cleaning. I've never been one to walk around the house slamming things around, frustrated, like, pick this up, or... You know, I've always kind of enjoyed housework myself, and knowing your mom, Riley, knowing Kim, she seems to be the same way. Like, yeah. Keeping it clean. And yeah, I mean, I love giving my family the gift of a clean house, and I love making it cozy and, making it a place that our family loves to be. So I've always just set that tone since the kids were really little for a clean house, and I've always helped them with keeping their rooms clean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my mom was always really helped keeping the house clean and cleaning up after me. There's not like a time I can remember her telling me, just go clean your room and go pick this up. Like, it was always done, but then, like, there was a point where I wanted to do it, and that's kind of just when I started cleaning my own room and got into decorating and organizing, obsessively organizing everything.
Yeah, so you never need to force a child or teen to ever do chores. That if you just approach it in a really natural way and you respect when I think that's an important thing, though. Like, there's been a couple times I've just had a lot going on that day, and I've said to you, Dev, would you mind emptying the dishwasher? I've probably only asked you a couple times, but when I have, you've said, yeah, when I'm done finishing doing what I'm doing. Like, I would never say, do it now. Like, I totally respect when you're able to do it. So I think kids having the freedom to do it at their own time is really important as well. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So another question we got was about piercing. A lot of people have noticed that Devin has his septum pierced, and they want to know how that came to be.
Well, a few years ago, probably like a year ago, I saw someone with one of these, and I was just like, oh, that looks kind of cool, maybe I'll get one someday. And then I just kind of like pushed it aside and never thought about it for like a year. But probably, I don't know, like 6 months ago or something, I was just like, oh yeah, I forgot those existed, maybe I'll get one. And then I got really excited about it, and I asked my parents, and they said yeah, so then I just got it done, and it hurt a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
It was worse. I have 12 gauge, which is pretty big.
But that's the width of the actual bar.
Yeah.
I didn't know that there was even a difference that you could. Did he ask you what kind of gauge you wanted?
He said, which one do you want? And one was smaller than the other. And I didn't even think about the gauge. I was just like, I want that one. So then I was just like, wait. As he was doing it, I was just like, wait, I got a 12 gauge. I was just like,
but you didn't really flip out. You were pretty calm, weren't you?
Yeah, I almost passed out because, like, a lot of people, after that, when they sit up, because I was laying down, like, a lot of people pass out from it. And I almost did, but I was just like, wow.
Well, the cool thing about it was a lot of research on our part. When Devin said he wanted it done, I sat down and educated myself about what the process was like, and he sat with me and we watched YouTube videos and researched online. We called around a lot of different shops and found out who would be willing to do it. Most shops have an age limit. The shop that we found was really reputable, and the guy was so awesome. He took the time to chat with us about it. We went in and visited with him. They were so sanitary, and
yeah, it was pretty cool.
He was a really nice, totally respectful guy, which was important to us. So he did it, and Devin said no problems with it at all.
It didn't hurt at all, didn't even ache, besides the initial stabbage. It didn't hurt at all after that. Except for that one time I got a cut on my necklace, but,
Yeah. When you came in 2 days ago with a coat hanger hanging off of it just to freak me out, that was really interesting.
Yeah. One time I flicked it to see what it would feel like. It hurt a lot.
Yeah.
It was not very smart.
So somebody posted the question that it looks like you're being rebellious by having piercings. In fact, I think a lot of teens would get a lot of piercings or would kind of look radical because they're rebelling against society or against parents that don't let them do anything. But that's not the reason why you got yours.
No, I just liked how it looked.
Because I love that about unschoolers, and we were chatting about this earlier. I'd love to share more about that. That among the unschooling community, I think there isn't any kind of like trendiness. There isn't any kind of following the crowd. The only thing that really stands out and that's respected is being yourself. And no matter how a person acts or is or looks, they're accepted by other unschoolers. Why do you guys think that is?
I don't know. You go ahead.
I don't know. Creativity is just it's really embraced with unschooling, and
Yeah.
it's so much easier to like be friends with people when they're just being their like authentic selves, and you just have so much more fun, and like I don't know, it's much easier that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the schooled kids just like, I don't even know.
Like fighting doesn't occur. Like
Yeah.
I've like never had a fight with my best friend ever. Like we disagree on things, but like we don't fight, and there's not like terrible like girl cliques and things. That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
It's all equal. And
I haven't seen any cliques among the unschooling community. We have conferences that we attend every year with a lot of unschooled teens all together, and everybody's embraced and welcomed into the community and celebrated, and it's really unique. I love that about it.
Yeah.
I wish I had that as a teen, for sure, because it was a really hard environment to be part of school with the different cliques, and you don't know where you fit in, and sometimes you need to become somebody or not to be accepted or not bullied or made fun of, and that works you as a person for the rest of your life. And so I love that unschoolers who you are will always remain intact and whole, and I'm really happy for you guys to have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if somebody dyes their hair, gets a new piercing, or makes their own clothes, everybody's
everyone
like,
cheers for that.
yeah,
Or
like, oh, so great.
Yeah.
Where I remember, oh my
Or
goodness,
sometimes.
I was so made fun of. I got like a blonde streak in my hair as I think I was 13 or 14, Devin's age, and I was made fun of so severely, being called skunk and you name it. Everybody made fun of me. I dyed my hair back. I couldn't even take it anymore. Just the abuse.
That's pretty lame. They couldn't have came up with anything better. Like that's just lame.
Well, it was just
I
mean.
don't get that.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
mean.
And it was really unique. Nobody had that. I just like
Yeah.
felt really compelled that I wanted to do a blonde streak in my hair. I don't know why, but it was
Pretty cool.
so not acceptable. I wish I would have had enough strength within myself to keep it, because I loved it about who I was, but I couldn't take the torment anymore. I couldn't even wear a hat because I was made fun of when I wore a hat, and it's pretty brutal in that community, which is really, I see your face and I can totally understand that you guys can't even comprehend what that would be like.
It's so unheard. It never happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to imagine.
Yeah, sometimes we'll actually play conformist kid and we'll just be like really lame and just mean to each other. Me and my friends will do that sometimes. It's funny.
Really? Like what? Give me an example of what
It's
that
just
looks
like we'll be walking, then he'll just be like, "Why are you walking like that?" "I'm just walking, man." "You're an idiot. You suck. You're stupid." "I didn't do anything. You sucked." And we'll start like beating each other up.
So
Conformist kid.
unschoolers looking in the fishbowl that is school, or the community of school, of what it's like there. You've described it before as like Lord of the Flies, like only the strong survive kind of mindset. So it must look like that to you then. How have you learned that that's what it looks like? Through TV, through meeting actual people who are in school?
I don't know anyone that's in school. I know like one person who don't even talk. And yeah, mostly it's just from TV.
I have a few friends in school, and they absolutely hate it. They hate it so much. And
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, just hearing about it through them and them wanting to be unschooled, like, really makes me understand what's going on in school and how many cliques are happening, and that the teachers, I mean, I guess some teachers are really nice and really there for you, but some of their teachers are really just, like, they're doing everything they can to, like, not help them in any way, and they're just, it's just really terrible looking in on it, but they have to go through that all the time.
It's just like, oh, you can't be nice to the kids or else they'll take you as a victim or
Right.
something like.
Just try.
We've really messed up. Not us, just people.
Society.
Yeah,
Mhm.
everyone except for
Yeah.
us.
Except for me. Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Elaborate on.
Just like
It's just kind of twisted right now.
yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me to just sit down all day and recite facts. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me at all. Like, you're not doing anything, you're not, pursuing something you're interested in. It just doesn't make any sense to me because you're not going to need that ever again in your life, so you're just wasting your time.
Which is.
I mean, like,
Sorry.
and like, for example, like history class. Why do so many people live in the past? Like, that happened. Great. A quarter of the school days for history,
Mhm.
right? And like,
Well, it just depends on the school
I
and the
guess,
grade,
but
like how much
like-
focus is put on it.
but why does everyone need to know all
You don't, I
that?
think it's fine if you're interested in it, but you
Yeah.
don't need to know every detail of everything
I hate
that
how
happened.
you. I hate how you have to attend every class.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Are there any classes that would interest you if you were in school?
Science. But I don't even know if I would then because half the time you're reading from a book, you're not actually experimenting and going
Yeah.
outside and stuff. I don't know.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's totally different to read everything in theory versus hands-on experiences. I can
Yeah.
remember we didn't have a lot of hands-on experiences, except for the main thing that sticks in my mind from science class is having to dissect a frog.
I do even say that.
Well, because I've told you how awful it was for me. It was awful. I couldn't, the smell of the formaldehyde, and I remember it so well. And we had to dissect grasshoppers, and I don't remember learning anything from that particular experience. But
Yeah,
I can remember.
How do you dissect a crab? It's like this big.
I had a little
I've
X-Acto
heard of people
knife.
dissecting worms too in science class. I'm
Don't
like,
worms have like 6 hearts or 8
I
hearts
don't
or
even.
something?
I don't know.
I thought. Okay.
Yeah, it was a it was a really interesting experience. But I love that we've done more with science at home.
Yeah.
Just having fun.
Yeah.
We bought you that chemistry kit that was
Oh,
cool
yeah.
to check out, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean I think the hands-on thing is really important for people. I never liked having to memorize theories or studying for a test and learning things that I
Yeah.
didn't think were important. I think teachers have good intentions.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing, is the whole system is really twisted because teachers don't go into this. I think they have so much pressure from the school itself and from society to make kids study for the tests and to force obedience. I get emails from teachers all the time about them wanting to apply unschooling philosophies or have a child-led approach, but there's no schools that will allow teachers to do that. And I think
Well-
that's, what were you going to say?
Well, isn't it when kids like take the test at the end of the year, like that percentage of what like they're getting is like reflecting on how good the teaching was?
Yeah.
Is that how it is?
Yeah, I
something?
think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so their job depends on how well the kids do on the tests, and it's really a corrupt system all in all, which is really sad. But that leads me to our next and final question that we got was, do you guys miss things that people assume you'll miss, like the prom, by not being in school?
No.
What is your idea of what a prom even is?
Yeah.
Well, a bunch of people buy $3,000 outfits.
Get a tux.
They spend 2 weeks decorating the gym, and you also can't have
That
gym
smells like
class.
socks. Yeah.
And then for 4 hours or something, you go
You
there.
slow dance.
Horrible music plays, like the school band. They play classic rock songs, like Stairway to Heaven, and then you slow dance and you awkwardly talk while slow dancing, and you drink punch that's always
That's what
poisoned
I
by the
think.
bad guy in the movie. Sorry, I'm
You're totally going by
Going
some
off
kind of
topic.
movie idea of what prom is.
no,
You're-
I'm integrating different,
There you go.
like different.
Well, I've been to a prom, so I can tell you that
Is it like
was
that?
not really. It was
Aw.
like the most up-to-date music. It was good music. It was
Which
decorated.
by then would be like, never gonna give you.
That was that
Like, that was like a year before I went to prom.
no, that was like 80s. I was 90s, so no, it was a little bit more, a little bit more upbeat than that. A little better music.
I always think of punch and fancy dresses when it comes to prom.
Yeah.
I had a pink frilly dress, and I was so embarrassed. All the cool kids did not like me because I hung out with like the metalheads, and so I sat at the table, and I was so embarrassed to dance because with all the cool kids, you don't go and dance with all the other jocks. So I wanted to dance, but I felt such pressure not to dance that I sat there the whole time, and all we did was flick food at other people. I
I can see you doing that too.
so I was so excited. It was so much of a build up for this event. You know, the prom was everything in your senior year.
Yeah.
And so you spend all this time in preparation and shopping and you get your hair done and your nails, and it was such a letdown. It was like there was nothing to it. And so I really think that, I think some people might enjoy it, but I think what the overall focus of having a prom is a huge celebration of being done with school.
Yeah.
And a huge celebration because now you can be free. Where unschoolers, people don't understand, oh, aren't you going to miss the prom? Well, they have no need to celebrate a freedom and an ending of something that, you know, you're living that freedom all the time. You never need to celebrate and have a dance to end this high school rite of passage.
We still have dances though.
Yeah, I've been to a few.
Yeah, we still have dances, and there's still prom type things you go to, but it's not a typical prom that you would think of.